This is a little bit of a different video for me, but I was looking through my Facebook earlier on and a news story popped up about this film that's out at the moment called Showdogs, and I was so shocked by what this news article was saying that I wanted to just make a quick video about kind of my reaction to it, how I deal with this topic with my kids, and useful resources that I have found helpful when talking to my kids about this topic. So if you haven't heard anything about the film itself, basically it's a comedy kids film, and it's about a talking dog. Who doesn't love talking dogs? We all love talking dogs. And it seems, the basic storyline seems to be miscongeniality, but for dogs. So it's a kind of New York dog, police dog, has to enter a show dog competition to come to solve a mystery. There's a missing baby panda, something or other. I haven't seen the film, so I'm not giving you my critique of the film. I'm just giving you my reaction to the news story that's out there at the moment. So this dog has a mission, it has to enter this competition. It's miscongeniality, but for dogs. Who wouldn't love that? I would love this film. This is the kind of film I would take my kids to. If it came up on Netflix or something, I would sit down with my kids and watch this film. However, having heard a little bit about it, I now definitely wouldn't. The reason for that, and the reason that there is a bit of a hoo-ha about this film at the moment, is that there's a storyline that runs through it, which is that to get to the final of the competition, the dog that's at the centre of it, the police dog, needs to have an examination on his private parts, which he feels very uncomfortable about. And what he's told is that it's totally normal. It happens to all the dogs. Don't worry about it. Just, they'll touch you in your private parts. You just need to go to your happy place. You need to go to your zen place. As I say, I haven't seen the film, so I don't know what the context around this is. I don't know what the language is that they use, but the theme seems to be that throughout the film it's talked about that you need to get over this hurdle. This is the one hurdle. You just need to learn that it's okay to be touched there, and that you just need to go to your happy place. It'll all be over before you know it. You kind of just need to get on with it, and it's normal. Who would put that in a kids' film? Why does that need to be there? I can't fathom the thinking behind it and the logic behind it, that you would put that in a children's film. And if you think, do you know what, you're overreacting, it's just a bit of fun, blah, 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 blah. My concern comes that my kids, when I'm sitting watching telly with them, sometimes it seems like stuff just goes over their heads and it all just kind of washes over them. And then occasionally they'll come out with something, like a little fact that they learned in Octonauts the other day, or a little phrase that they heard in Pokemon 6 months ago. And these little things, they take in more than I realise. And the idea that they may totally not get this message about the dog and the grooming, which is basically what it is. On the other hand, that might sink in a little bit and it might stay with them. And that is horrific. Now, I've got 2 boys. My eldest is 5.5, and he thinks the funniest thing in the world is willies and winkies and bums. It's hilarious. If he could say those words all day long, he can put those words into any sentence and laugh himself silly about it. He's got a little brother who is just coming up to 3. Again, hilarious. Talk of private bits and bobs and poo and wee, all the classic little boy jokes. They love all that kind of thing, and so probably they would love this film, and probably they would love that joke. But it just makes me so uncomfortable. I think every parent these days is acutely aware of dangers that adults can pose to their children. It's an awful thing to have to be aware of, and it just, it is dreadful. We've just signed my eldest up for Scouts, and you can't help but have it go through your head, because you've heard things about Scout leaders and stuff that's gone wrong. You hear things about sports coaches and things that have gone wrong. You hear things about church leaders, all kinds of things where trust has been abused in the most awful way. And unfortunately, as a parent, certainly I find that's with me a lot. And so this is a subject that I have tried to deal with my kids. Not saying so much about adults can be dangerous, but more teaching them about their bodies and what's private and how important it is that it's private. I talk a lot with my kids. Again, my eldest has gone through a phase recently where he thinks it's hilarious to pull his pants down and show his bum to the world. Ha ha ha! And in some ways it is, and it's a bit of innocent fun, but I have been really strict about it because whatever he does, his younger brother does. And I just think, no, keep your pants on, boys. It's the easiest way to go about life. Keep your pants on. That's the rule we're going to live by in our house. And what I try and stress to them is the reason why they shouldn't be doing that, the reason why you shouldn't pull your brother's shorts down, you shouldn't pull anyone else's shorts down, you shouldn't get your own shorts pulled down, is that what's in your pants is private and is yours. And a resource that I found really massively helpful in getting this across to my kids is the underwear rule. If you look on the NSPCC website, you'll see all about it. And it simplifies the idea of which bits are private and which bits aren't. Because sometimes if you talk to kids and go, well, these bits of your body are private, they're like, are my elbows private? What about my nose? Is my nose private? No. So this rule simplifies everything and says, if it's normally covered by your underwear, it's private. And nobody should be touching it, nobody should be asking to see it, nobody should be interfering with it in any way. It's private. There are resources that are so child friendly. There is a song that my kids love, which is the Pantosaurus song. If you look, I'll put a link to it in fact below because it's amazing. Your private parts belong only to you. If someone asks to see, just tell them no. Just tell them no. Hey, pants, Pantosaurus. And it's just a shorthand that we can use that reinforces that message that things are private. Your body is yours. And even to an extreme, and this may seem a bit daft, but say, for example, like my eldest falls over and hurts his knee. He's very protective and he doesn't want to let you look at it and he doesn't want to let you see. And so rather than force his hands away to let me look at his knee that he's hurt, I will give it a bit of time and I'll say, look, it's your knee, it's your body, you're in control of it, it's your choice. And I'll kind of talk around until he's happy for me to have a look. And I think that, I mean, I might sound like a right idiot, I don't know. But I kind of think that's the message I want him to have, even when it's inconvenient to me and a bit impractical. It's his body. He is in control of his body. Nobody should be doing anything to his body that he doesn't want them to do. Because as a child, do you differentiate between, well, I'm doing this for your own good versus the other? I just think it simplifies the message to say, your body, your choice in every situation. So the long and the short of it is hearing about this film today has really just disturbed me that anyone thinks that that's an appropriate storyline for a children's film. It's mind-boggling. So I haven't seen the film. I'm not planning to see the film. I may be taking all of this completely out of context, but I can't comprehend a context where that would be okay. And I think for me, the best way of tackling it is just to keep talking about it with my kids, make it a part of conversation, make it just an accepted fact. Your body, your choice, bring it up in things. No, don't show your bottom. What's in your pants is private. Leave it there now, come on. And just keep having that because I want them to have that confidence that they could then come and say to me, oh, but this happened in school and that was a bit weird. And somebody said this, but we're not supposed to do that, are we? You know, that it's just a conversation that we can have and that I can keep reinforcing that message so there's no confusion, I would hope, in their minds, what is okay and what is not. And I think the NSPCC is a fantastic resource for this. I'll put the link to all of that below. Definitely check out the Pantosaurus song because it's brilliant and a catchy little number. Forget the message, it's a brilliant song. But the rest of that whole campaign, the underwear rule, is a really clear, concise way of doing it. But there are books you can read, there's all sorts of stuff out there, but I would say the key thing is to keep talking. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit of an unusual one from me. If you have any comments, if you have any suggestions of ways that you deal with this topic with your kids, please do comment below. Please do message me because I think talking about this is so important and it's the best defense that we've got.